my dear friend. Welcome back to the channel. Very good afternoon to you wherever you are on the globe, especially on the continent of Africa, in Europe, in America, Canada, or wherever you are on the globe. Dear friends, I'm excited to be here this afternoon. Chelsea, Liverpool, Chelsea tomorrow at the Anfield. Your expectations, let me hear from you in the comment section on your expectations regarding tomorrow's game. What do you think is going to happen? What do you think? Well, in my previous video, I made mention of certain players, and I had a panelist, a young boy that also expressed his own opinion on the channel. One of these days, he'll be coming back again. Maybe after the game, the post-match game, he'll be coming back again. If you have not watched that video, go back and watch it. I had a young man, 11-year-old, that contributed towards the video this very morning. But you see, we spoke on three players: Enzo Fernandez, Moise Caicedo, and Romeo Lavia. And in that analysis, I said something about Enzo Fernandez. I made my point that I prefer Romeo Lavia and Moise Caicedo partnership instead of Enzo Fernandez. Ladies and gentlemen, I have right there, and as you can see on the screen, Chelsea with and without Enzo Fernandez, games played. Chelsea with and without Enzo Fernandez, games played. With Enzo Fernandez, 65 games. Without Enzo Fernandez, 19. And looking at it critically, as you can see it on your screen, Chelsea had 21 wins with Enzo Fernandez. 16 wins out of 19 without Enzo Fernandez. And Chelsea also had 19 draws with Enzo Fernandez. Without Enzo Fernandez, only one draw. What about the losses with Enzo Fernandez? 25. Chelsea lost 25 games without Enzo Fernandez. With Enzo Fernandez. Without Enzo Fernandez, Chelsea lost only 2. Win rate by percentage. With Enzo Fernandez, 32.3%. Without Enzo Fernandez, 84.2%. Dear friend, I am not here to say in any way that Enzo Fernandez is not a good player. He is a very good player, and to be honest, we are yet to see the best of Enzo. We are yet to see the best of Enzo Fernandez's style of football. The problem, I believe, right now is the style of play is where Enzo Fernandez is not yet flourishing compared to Argentina, his national team. With Argentina, his national team, he plays as DM. He gives accurate passes from that DM position. He dominates games within that area. He plays with aggressiveness in that DM position. That is why many people, when they see him play for Argentina, they feel like he's not playing well for Chelsea as he plays for Argentina. It is a system and the caliber of players that are around him. If we should get Enzo Fernandez to play Caicedo's role, that DM position, you will see him doing better. Oh yes. You see, there are midfielders, typical example, let me give you, Michael Essien. Michael Essien is a typical DM, defensive midfielder, ex-Chelsea player. He's a typical DM. But when he goes forward, he can also create chances for the attackers. He gives accurate passes from that DM position. And moving forward, he can create opportunity for the forwards. He can equally shoot and score. There are categories of defensive midfielders. Romeo Lavia, we've seen him several times. He loves to move forward. But because of injury, we've not seen the best from him yet. Caicedo with Brighton is a kind of DM that loves to go forward. And he shoots as well. We are still trying, or right now, a player like Caicedo is even now coming to the level we want him to be. But Enzo Fernandez is a different crop of midfielder, which if we are able to build a system to suit his style of play, dear friend, Chelsea's midfield will be tough to break down. Like our head coach said yesterday in the press conference, the game against Man City was the only game that he played all three of them. And if he played all three of them in that game, and he claimed, or he said it clearly yesterday, that was the best game ever so far for Chelsea. It's something which is very likely could happen tomorrow again against Liverpool. It might happen. We might see all three tomorrow. Even though all three is not my perfect choice for the game. I prefer Romeo Lavia and Casado, Enzo Fernandez being on the bench, maybe coming in as a substitute. Dear friends, that is Chelsea with Enzo Fernandez and without Enzo Fernandez in games played. Win rate is 32.3 with Enzo Fernandez, and without Enzo Fernandez 84.2% win rate. Dear friend, we move on. Many pundits have been speaking about Chelsea of late, and I am happy because it's all about good news. They are beginning to revise their notes. A £1 billion squad, over bloated squad, all sorts of things they've said about this team at the earlier stages of this season. Now they are beginning to see the team building up momentum, and they are beginning to revise their notes. Jamie Carragher saying that Chelsea sporting directors Lawrence Stewart and Paul Winstanley made a smart move by appointing a coach who already knew Palmer from their Manchester City days. Palmer is thriving, and any team with him has a chance, according to Jamie Carragher. These are the same people that were against the appointment for Enzo Maresca. Myself also, I was. So I'm not surprised they are beginning to revise their notes. But where my interest is that Palmer is thriving, and any team with him has a chance. That is where I have a contradiction, and I want to point it out. If Enzo Maresca knew Cole Palmer from Man City days, and you said the directors, they are smart, Paul Winstanley and Lawrence Stewart, they are smart enough to appoint a coach that knew him from City days, then it means that because he knew him from City days, that is why he's flourishing. But again, he concluded that any team, dear friends, Cole Palmer is a different caliber of player that could flourish anywhere under any coach. Under Pochettino, we saw it. Now under Enzo Maresca, we are seeing it. If given the opportunity, this player, like Maresca said it yesterday, Enzo liked to play his football. He liked to enjoy his football. And so he tried to give him the freedom to play the football that he loves to. Against Liverpool, the difference is going to be clear. It is going to be Cole Palmer. Watch out for Cole Palmer in tomorrow's game. Yes, I am putting my word on Cole Palmer. I'm betting on Cole Palmer tomorrow to win the game for Chelsea. I am. Dear friend, quickly, let me say something here. Let me chip in something here before I continue. Mikel Arteta speaking before their game today. He was speaking regarding Thomas Partey, the Ghanaian international with Arsenal. Partey did not feature during the international break with Ghana. We were told that he was injured. Our team and our medical doctors requested that the player should come. They want to assess him himself. And the player did not turn up. 4 days after the international break, Mikel Arteta is here saying Thomas Partey is fit and ready. Partey is fit. Ghanaians, Thomas Partey is fit and ready to play for Arsenal. And he continues to say for Gabriel Martinelli, same as Havertz, we would see or decide today. Ben White, Timber, and Zinchenko are quite close. We hope to have some positive news. My interest is on Thomas Partey. Ghana right now is almost out of the AFCON, next year's AFCON. Now we will have to hope and pray that Sudan loses the next 2 games. Sudan must lose the next 2 games against Niger Republic and Angola, which is not going to be possible. So we are almost out of the AFCON, 2025 AFCON. Partly because some of these players that are supposed to play for the national team, they are refusing to play under this head coach, Otto Addo. They are refusing to play under Otto Addo. Partey could have come to Ghana if it's another head coach. For Mikel Arteta to confirm Thomas Partey is fit and ready to face Bournemouth this weekend means that Partey just purposely refused to play for Otto Addo. And he's not the only one. He's not the only one. Dear friends, my Ghanaian brothers, we heard that even before the game against Sudan, there was a team talk when one of the senior players, Jordan Ayew, spoke out about a system that does not support his style and the style of Antoine Salom Semenyo, the other striker. And the coach got furious in that meeting. And it is the reason why he benched Jordan Ayew. Well, you bench him and the team ended up losing 2-0. Playing at home, first of all, you play a draw game. And we're hoping that going away, we can, finally hit them hard. We went there just to lose. Because the players are not ready to play for the coach. The coach is not playing what the system that they want. Let me hear from you, my Ghanaian brothers, what you think. For me personally, Coach Otto Addo, I don't think he's the right fit right now. If the players are not willing to play for him and he's not ready to listen to the players, Chelsea fans, we can clearly see Enzo Maresca, the way he's treating the players. He jokes with them, he plays around with them, he talks to them, then the players can now open their hearts and play for you as a coach. It seems to me Coach Otto Addo have an issue with almost half of the players in the squad. Let me move on to some other important news, dear friend. Let me not be carried away by my emotions because it's Ghana. Mbappe is said to have spent around 150,000 euros during his stay in Sweden. He spent 43,000 euros on privatizing a ping pong room in a nightclub. You see, Mbappe, he admits to having had a sexual relationship in Sweden, but a consensual one. He also has messages from the alleged victim after their intimate relationship. Dear friends, a few days ago, it came into the news that Mbappe is facing rape charge. This has always been the issue with some of these stars or footballers. It has. Ronaldo had similar situation. The most recent one was who? Is it Neymar? It's always now and then about these footballers. And yet some of them are not learning their lessons. Even if this is not true, it is evidently clear that Mbappe, there is something going wrong in his head right now. Since he's moved to Real Madrid, Mbappe is not the Mbappe that we know. He's not the Mbappe that we know. Well, before I let you go this afternoon, it is very hot this afternoon. Before I let you go, I need you to understand this. You see, as a star player in a team, all eyes are on you. Every little thing, you can just go for a drink up with someone and it will be in the news. People look up to you as a role model. And so you have to understand that as a role model, cameras are always there on you. It is not easy at this level that Mbappe is. It is not easy. But I believe his handlers can do better and find a way to quench this issue once and for all around him. He's still a young chap. Dear friends, before I let you go quickly, Chelsea tomorrow, Liverpool. Big game for that matter. And let me just let you know, our head coach has spoken yesterday on our players, the availability of the players. Reece James is fully fit. He might start the game tomorrow for Chelsea. Our medical room or theater is empty. At least for this season. And Enzo Fernandez himself was wondering, how did that happen? How come that last season it was all about injuries? But right now, Enzo Fernandez said it's complicated when you get injury. You are always looking for a solution. And so, one game a week, this is the solution for our captain, Reece James. One game a week for him. Are we going to be seeing him tomorrow? Possibly. Dear friends, I have to let you guys be. And I'll see you guys all in the next one when you see me. Shalom and peace.